Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the off-grid homestead vlog. Check out what we got right here in the background, man. This is our wood stove. Bam! Check it out, guys. Nice glass front. We have the fire bricks out. They're actually over there because we took the pedestal off and we actually put the feet on it. It comes with optional feet. It's rated for up to 1,800 square feet. We are at about 1,500, almost 1,500 square feet here, so this should be adequately sized. We already got the pad here. Now, when you install a wood stove, right, you want to make sure that you read the instruction manual. I don't know where it is now, but we've read the instruction manual. I think it's upstairs. And you need to check on your clearances, right, like how far away. It usually says here on the back of the stove too, on a modern stove. Right back here, right, you've got all of your clearances that you need to have, how far away from different things like that. You got to make sure that you're far enough away from your walls. And you want to check on your pad, right? This stove requires an R2 pad. And so we were able to find here locally an R1.6 pad, which is this guy right here. And so we needed to get 0.4 more R value for that. So we're using Wonderboard underneath it. All right, this right here is Wonderboard. If you're not sure what it is, it's a cement board, usually used in like bathrooms and kitchens for putting tile on, but it has an R value of 0.2. So we put 2 layers of that down, which gives us R value of 0.4, brings up to 1.6, right up to R2, which is what our stove requires. I'll link to the stove that we're using. I'll link to all of our stove pipe, which we've got all over here. Different stove pipe and things like that, and rain sealer and box, support box. So we need to place the stove, which we're gonna place right in the middle of this wall right here. So find the middle of the wall, mark a line right here. This is our line. We're using this plumb bob then to find where our support box is supposed to go, right? So the support box is just up there with clamps right now. But from there, now we know the support box location. Now we can move the stove right where it needs to go, so that this little guy right here is right here. Then we can remove the support box, use the plumb bob to mark up here on the underside of the roof where the hole's gonna go that we have to cut for the stovepipe. I remember when you're cutting on an angle like that, you gotta cut basically an oval shape. You can't just cut a round hole because the stovepipe's going through straight, but the roof's at an angle, and so you're gonna have an oval shaped hole. You'll see that later when we cut it. Okay, so we're down there. So the stovepipe up here, Joe, this is gonna go inside that hole.
Yeah, so this is on the outside.
And then this goes on the outside of the hole. Down here. So I think it looks good. What do you think?
It should be perfect.
Yeah. What about this way? Maybe it could go that way just a little bit, huh? Those holes are not in the center. I think it needs to go that way a little bit.
To be centered. We
got the stove exactly where it needs to go. And this right here is the stove pipe that we're using from the stove to the roof. And if you look right here,
ooh, shiny.
You can see that it's double walled, right? You've got 2 walls right here.
Yep.
That means that it can go closer to the wall than if it was just single wall. Single wall would have to be like 18 inches from the wall. This can go a lot closer. We're going to be about 16 inches away from that wall back there. So we're plenty far away. But that's that pipe. This is the pipe that actually goes through the roof. And it is seriously steep in there. All right, so this goes, look up at,
insulated chimney pipe.
Yeah, look up at the box. So it goes from the inside of that box, the bottom of the inside, it goes through that box, then it'll go up through the roof, and then up into the air up there. So this is that pipe. Wow. And it looks fancy. Look at that. It's beautiful. So it's a lot heavier. It's a lot thicker. And it's insulated. I don't know if you can see any of the insulation over here. Nope. But you can see, yeah, you can see the end here. This is full of insulation.
So cool.
Yeah, this is a ring that you use to hook two of them together, hold them together tight. So this then is going to go up through the roof. All right, so we used the plumb bob here. We lined it up or hung it down around the stovepipe opening there. And so we come up here, I'll show you what we drew. So we put the marks around the circle here where the hole's gonna be. So as you can see here, it's definitely an oval, right? It's longer this way than it is that way.
Wow.
Sawdust.
Should take them up close so I can see what we did up there.
Why didn't Safety Sally tell me to put my safety glasses on? There we go. So that's what we got right now. Take the Sawzall, cut that out. Trying to figure out how all of these pieces go in here. This guy right here is the top of the chimney, which will go on here like this. This is a spark arrestor to make sure that any sparks that come out of the top of the chimney hopefully will get caught by this and not cause a forest fire. So that goes on there like that. Then we have this band. It goes around the chimney and it holds those legs down like this. So we'll bolt this down. We've got a screw and a nut right here. And I'm hoping that this chimney top will actually fit through the hole that we cut in the roof. It's going to be really close. It's 13 inches, the diameter of it. The hole we're going to cut is 13 inches, I think. So it might just barely fit. I'm hoping it will. It'd be cool if it did. So we're cutting the hole right here for the for the stovepipe to go through. So we're getting ready to set the support box, the cathedral ceiling support box from Selkirk Piping. We're doing that so we can make sure we can put the chimney pipe in it and make sure that we have adequate clearance in that hole we just cut. So that's what we need to do. This is the adapter here. This is the insulated pipe that goes through the ceiling and through the roof and above the roof. This is the adapter that will allow it to adapt to the double wall pipe. So basically, we're just gonna twist it on there, make sure it's locked in. That way it'll fit down in the hole in the support box, which you'll see in a minute. All right, I'm gonna ask you to hand me different things in a second.
Okay.
All right, so we got the box just temporarily set here with these clamps. If you look down inside here, you've got this hole in the middle. That's where that adapter, which is that adapter that's on top of that pipe right there, that's gonna fit down through that hole. Later we'll frame this. This will be all framed around it, so it'll be supported on all four sides. Right now we're just trying to make sure that this hole right here is big enough. And so I'm just gonna run a couple screws into it to make sure and hold it here. And then we'll slip that big pipe in here and up through the ceiling, hopefully.
Okay, Marty's using the plumb line. Right now we're just kind of trying to make sure that we have the cathedral box where it's supposed to be. So yeah, it's about at 3 o'clock, Marty. First screw, huh?
Yep. Check it for level again and just make sure.
Before we put another screw in?
Yeah, it's that way because we can spin it on that other screw or rotate it, you know, like tilt it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow, that's further down than I thought it was gonna go.
Wow, yeah. Huh.
Okay.
Like that, huh? Wow.
Yeah. Can you look and see if that's coming out the bottom, please?
It's coming out the bottom. Yep, it is. Marty's gonna be cutting the blocking to frame the support box right now. Let's go look and see what Seth's doing. Hi. Work insulation. Yep. More and more.
when you're in an awkward position to be doing screws, especially like 3-inch screws or something, they make this little adapter that goes on the bit. I'll put links to the tools that we use down in the description of the video. But it just goes on here, and then when you put your screw on, right, like these, magnetized on there and doesn't want to come off. And it makes it a lot easier when you can't like use 2 hands to get it started. If you only have to use 1 hand, it'll hold it there and make it easier. It's still not super easy, but it's easier.
You in a tight spot?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. That was on, what movie was that off of? We're in a tight spot.
We're in a tight spot.
We're in a really tight spot. What movie is that off of? I'll give you a clue. They're in a loft in a barn when he says it. All right, so the box is secured and level. We got it all framed in all the way around, all 4 sides of the box. We'll go through and we'll put more screws in here to really secure it. And then we can check our pipe opening up here and make sure that it's good enough. We can put this pipe right here in there now, or in a minute we can put it in there. I think we're gonna have to actually attach a second piece to it, so I'll show you how you do that, and then we'll run it up through the roof. And this will have to be inspected. You guys know we don't have building inspection here, which means building a house is got all different kinds of parts to it. And so this falls under the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning section, which is technically not building the house in Idaho. So this will be inspected. Building the house is just 2x4s, you know, your studs, your foundation. Well, it's your footer, foundation, walls, roof, windows, siding, all that kind of stuff. Electrical, plumbing, and HVAC all have to be inspected.
And permitted.
Yeah, permitted and inspected. But if you just built a dry cabin, then you wouldn't need to have any inspection at all. All right, there we go. Can you hand me that other piece? We'll put it on top of here and put it out.
Okay.
All right, so put it down on here, and then you twist it, and it locks together. Now it's locked together. Then there'll be a band that goes around here that really locks it together. It's cool, man. So we're up out of the roof.
Woohoo! Look at that. Level?
I'm gonna try to check it for plumb.
Oh, okay.
So, if you look at it and tell me when it's plumb going this way.
Hey, good job, Sarah.
Hey, this part's awkward because there's a pipe and then the pecs and everything. That's what it's called, right? Pecs?
Yeah, that's pecs.
So, like, I gotta get it over all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's really awkward.
We made a 2-inch guide right here because we need to have a minimum of 2-inch clearance all the way around this pipe. So we got this guide here, and basically we're just putting it in here along the pipe, sliding it up around like that, and making sure that we've got, see right here, see, let's start over. I can show you from right here maybe. All right, so from right here we're good, but oh, it just touches right there, barely, like it's so close. We just got to trim a little bit off right here, but other than that, we slide it all the way around, and now we've got more than 2 inches of clearance from any combustible. Of course, we'll trim this up here, but from the wood, we should be good. So that's good, huh? Yeah, it's good. You're awful close, aren't you? I'm gonna try to fish this through the hole so that we don't have to go up on the roof to put on the chimney top. But, man, I don't know that it's gonna fit. It's gonna be close. Try right here. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh, it fits.
Awesome, Marty.
Whew.
That's so
That's
awesome.
cool. So we're not gonna have to go up on the roof until we put the metal on probably.
Oh, that's cool.
Whew, yeah. Blue skies up there too, so no rain. And it has a screw and a nut over here, right here, that you put around both of them, and then that'll hold it together even better. It's like a double locking system.
One silver part coming up.
All right, so this is like a heat shield. Goes inside the box. Right in the middle. Like that. Yep, let me see here. Let me see you guys. All right, so that goes in here, and then the pipe's gonna slip down in between here, and that's just gonna add an extra layer of protection, I guess.
Kids have finished with all of the insulation they can, and now what are you working on?
We're trying to fill this back in.
Yeah, you guys are doing good.
Thanks. Thank you. We're not supposed to go close to the valve though. 3 feet away.
For right now. So they're filling it all in, that way our water that we collect doesn't freeze. Good job, you guys.
Thanks.
Look at you out here in your t-shirts.
No. So warm. I mean, it's really cold, but like when you're working, it's hot.
We're putting together the double wall pipe, and so you put these little screws in just to hold it all together. So right here, the outer one has a pre-drilled hole, so you just have to drill through the inner one, and then you can put these little tiny screws in there.
And it comes with that.
Yeah. So we've got the 8 feet of pipe here. Then this one right here is actually telescopic, so it'll pull out to the length that we need to get it all the way up to there. So you don't have to know exactly how many feet you need. In other words, your pipe doesn't need to be exact. You use one of these and it'll pull to match whatever length you have. So to connect the stove pipe to the top of the stove, you might need one of these. We don't need this. We got it just in case we did. But this is a universal adapter, and so it fits over the top of your stove. And so our stove actually fits the pipe perfectly, so we don't need to use that. This one right here will just slide right over, and just like that. All right, so we turn the seam to the back, and then this then telescopic. That'll come out like that, right? Make it longer. So we'll start off with it out part way. There we go. Okay. And go like that. Then we can pull this up as high as we need it, so that pipe will fit in between here and the top. Guess what? We passed another inspection. We've passed like every inspection so far. It's like we know what we're doing or something. No, we really don't know what we're doing, but we follow directions. We do what we're told, and we pass the inspection. So this one right here for the wood stove passed with a qualification, I guess. He just wanted us to extend up here the non-combustible area, right? Because see, the insulation's going to come up, and this stuff will puff up. It should be about 12 inches thick. So that insulation is going to come up like this. It's going to hit the box, right? And so when it comes up, it's going to come up to about here, say, okay? So there's no way the insulation can fall inside of that box. But on this side, the insulation comes up, right? It's going to come up to about here. Looking inside the box there, you can see that it might be able to fall inside of the thing. So what we did was we just put some Wonderboard on there, right? We put some Wonderboard on there just to block any insulation from being able to slip down inside the box from the uphill side. That's what he wanted us to do. He said if we did that, send him a picture. It's passed. So it's passed. We sent him the picture. Everything's good. Here's our wood stove, guys. Oh, and if I didn't mention it, we'll put a list down below to all the parts that we use to install this wood stove in case you're wanting to install a wood stove in your place. This is top quality chimney pipe here. Jules is gonna light us up our first fire, hopefully.
Trying.
Ooh, wow.
Look at it, it's going. There we go. Well, starting. Come on.
We see smoke in there. If we don't see any smoke coming out the chimney, I don't know what to say. Let's go look here, guys. Oh, I can see it. See any? Oh, you can see just a little bit of smoke there. Yeah, I see it. If you're new to our channel, why don't you go ahead and click my face down there to subscribe, or check out our cabin build video series. It's right up there in the upper corner of the screen. Hope you have a really great day. Keep smiling, and I'll see you right over there in that video in just a second.